Blog Talk Radio.
Welcome to Ageless, Blissings with Brenda Pearce. You've come to the right place for candid conversations, inspiration, and empowerment. Join me with my very special guests as we bring you media that matters on the Divas That Care network. For more about the Divas and to listen to various podcasts, visit www.divasthatcare.com. Now let's get on with the show.
Hi, everyone, and welcome to another edition of Ageless Blissings Radio. I'm Brenda Pearce, your host, and the empowered nurse, triaging body, mind, and spirit. And I invite you all for an opportunity to meet our guests in a different way by visiting our marketplace, because there you will find books and workshops, inspiration, and many ways to see our guests that are interviewed on the show. Visit www.tinyurl.com/A, B, marketplace, and catch all the magic. Our special guest today is one of the contributing authors to the book that I'm proud to be a part of, and that's called The Light at the End of the Funnel, Volume 2. And our guest today is Tina Byrd. Tina specializes in group work, personal and professional development, lunch and learns, interactive workshops, and webinars. She works for professionals and businesses to help defy the odds of stagnation and get immediate results, because most are lost, unfulfilled, and frustrated. So she helps them to refine, define, and execute success. The bottom line is that they command the now to their own greatness. You can find out more about wonderful Tina by visiting her website, www.coachmellc.com. All one word, coachmellc.com. And you can find out everything you need to know about Tina. So, Tina, welcome to the show.
Hi, thank you so much for having me. I'm excited to be here.
Well, it's fabulous to meet one of our contributing authors and to spend some time, especially with you, and really delve into the secret sauce that is you, Tina. We're happy to have you.
Happy to be here.
So, Tina, I'd love for the audience to learn a little bit more about you in terms of how did you get to be this marvelous coach that you are today? What is the journey that took you from where you were to where you are?
Oh, man, that's a great question. So I am a corporate America survivor of 20 years. And let me tell you, there is nothing I have not seen, heard in my lifetime there. So
wow.
That alone is a huge undertaking. But how I got into coaching and consulting is most of my 20-year career in corporate was all leadership positions. And the highlight of my day outside of, in all my spare time, if I wasn't on conference calls, in meetings, I was developing, coaching, and mentoring teams of people. And that's where I found my true passion, is helping people establish goals and getting them there quickly. And so I wasn't able to do that all day long in my corporate career. And I said, this is what I'm meant to do. I need to do this full time. And as years continued to progress, after being unfulfilled, stuck and miserable, working to profit someone else's company, and, just going through the mundane existence of the day-to-day corporate life, I just was at my wit's end. So I literally looked around my surroundings. I discovered that I wasn't alone. And I said, there's too many people here that are disgruntled, me included, and we're vital, passionate people that were longing to awaken to our full potential and rather just be a number. So at that point, fast forward, I vowed to regain control of my life. I conquered my fears and doubts, and I intentionally transitioned away from corporate into a successful multipreneur. And you know what, Brenda, now I can say I'm truly living my best life, and the best part of it all is now I get to ignite sparks in others to make them move, to help them move forward in their career and leadership journeys so that they too can live their best life.
That is fabulous, and it's so true. You know, when you have these sparks igniting all over the place, it's a bushfire eventually, right? It just takes off, and people just love to gravitate to the light, and for you to make this big transition from corporate America to your own soulpreneur, entrepreneurial, multipreneurial business is truly magnificent, because it takes a lot of guts, doesn't it, to break out of the mold?
Oh, man, let me tell you, yes, and yes. Leaving corporate America sounds exciting, right, and amazing, but you know what? It's pretty darn scary, and it's not for everybody, for sure. Yeah, because you're basically striking out into the wilderness, and, and you don't know when you're going to find the path, or if you find the path, or you have a path, but you're not sure if others are going to find it or not. So in this day and age where technology and online presence are so important, it's really great to have you here and have you as part of light at the end of the funnel, because obviously this too is a multi-practical approach to getting your word out, isn't it? It is, and I'm so thankful for the opportunity.
Absolutely. Yeah, so we have right now the Kindle version is out there on Amazon.com. You can still get it for 99 cents, but the paperback launch is happening within the next week or so, and at Entrepreneur City with Daniel and Eric Clark. And, it's just a wonderful opportunity for a gathering of like-minded souls to come together and celebrate not only a book launch, but the entrepreneurial spirit, because more and more people, as corporate America is dying to a certain extent, more and more people are heading out to finding out what it is to be a soulpreneur and entrepreneur, and making their business their own, because the time for change is right on us right now, isn't it?
It is, and and it just keeps getting worse, because people continue just to settle and think that life has to be the way that it is in their job, right? So you say a lot of people are dying. Well, in fact, a lot of them are already dead, and they're just existing. And so the chapter, in the book that we have, my chapter is literally titled Surviving to Move On to Something Greater. So people are just surviving. They have one nostril out of the water, right? And they just need inspiration, motivation, and know that it doesn't have to be that way, that we truly can make different decisions to help influence our outcomes.
Yes, exactly. And, and the thing is, even if you have a hobby that is your passion, that gives you life outside of the job, then that's a wake-up call, people, right? Like, take your passion and start to see where you can expand and run with this. And it doesn't have to be a major corporation that you're developing, but it can be on whatever scale that you want it, right?
That's correct, yeah. You got it.
Yeah. So I'd love for you to share with us, Tina, some timely tips. You don't have to give all your sage secrets away, but I'm sure you have some timely tips for people who are listening to this and really getting their thinking caps on. Is it time for me to move on, or do I stay with one nostril out of the water?
Right. Yeah, absolutely. 3 things come to mind. First, just kind of remember or reflect on what and who is really important to you and make that a priority. And you can do that by clarifying your values and writing your personal mission statement. That right there would be the foundation to next steps. Second, be strategic and thoughtful in what you do and why you do it. Ask yourself, does it align with your values and your mission statement that you created? And then last, no one's guaranteed tomorrow. So why not live your best life today? Make those decisions so that you truly, truly can say that you are all in and that you are satisfied and that you're happy and you have no regrets.
Well, and I think, yes, how many of us, whether we are in the entrepreneurial spirit, just sitting down as a person and writing your values and your mission statement out. Who are you? And what do you bring to the world as a person? I think that that's invaluable for anybody at any stage, and really aligning. I love the fact about aligning with your values and mission, because so many people are in discordance with their inner beliefs and truths. And really take pause in this day and age right now, because time does pass by too quickly. I love your wisdom that you're sharing.
Thank you. Yeah, once things are not in alignment, it's not going to work. I mean, things are just going to continue to go awry. It's so important, just to recap what you said, is that your values and your morals have to align with what you're doing and why you're doing it, so that you can have the best success at the end. And
that amen to that, because I know as working as a registered nurse for many decades now, 35 plus years, and time flies so quickly. And I know I always looked up to those that worked with me. My fellow registered nurses were wonderful and gave their all to their job. And then when they retired, fell apart. They fell into dis-ease and disease. And this is what's happening even in the career path as well, isn't it?
It is. It is very much so.
Yeah. So it's time to take charge of our life and, really define if what you're doing is not your vision, mission, and passion. Let's make a change. Let's make 2020 the year that everything changed and you aligned and you shined for the first time, possibly in your entire career.
That's right, because, it's the famous saying, if you always do or done what you've always done, you're going to get the same result. So why not make 2020 different? What do you have to lose, right? You can only go up from where you are. Exactly.
And the sky's the limit when you really start to look upwards. So I love, Tina, that you are sharing. You're a lot younger than I am, and you have these amazing insights. And it comes from boots in the field, doesn't it?
Absolutely. Boots in the field. I've got the T-shirt in there, done that. Yes. And I
Absolutely.
Want to share with the world, because I want to share my experience and my expertise and my education through my journey to other people, because I lead with a servant heart, and I want people to know it does not have to be that way. Stop settling. Stop making excuses. Let's get your heels in the ground. Let's get a good foundation built. Let's have a very clear strategy going forward so that you can live your best life. It is possible. You just have to believe it's possible.
Exactly. And I think us personally, are the biggest sell in our life, and everything else after that is a lot easier, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. Man, I tell you, I do not look back. I haven't looked back, not one bit, from leaving corporate America. I'm in awe. I'm fulfilled. I am doing exactly what I want to do with my life. And I'm committed to it because it all is in alignment. When I wasn't in alignment, that's when I was unfulfilled and disgruntled and left lifeless and felt like I was a butterfly trapped in a cage. But as soon as I got everything in alignment, man, let me tell you, it's beauty. It's undescribable. The feeling every day. I don't dread getting up. I look forward to it because I live to change lives, because changing lives matter. They do matter, and I'm a strong believer in that. And if I can change, some lives in my lifetime, then hey, guess what? I've done a great job.
Awesome. Awesome. That is so beautiful, and so nice to hear the conviction in your, in your alignment with what your mission and vision is. So I wonder, do you by any chance have any free gifts for the audience that they can connect to, or tell them how they can get a hold of you in other than the website, which is wonderful, but there's always a lot of different ways of getting in touch, isn't there?
Yeah, there is. So I have a business Facebook page at coachllc.com. You can also reach me on LinkedIn under Coach Me LLC Tina Byrd. I have an email you can contact me through, which is coachme@tinabyrd.com, and that Bird is BYRD. Or you can just call me directly, 704-779-3420. And yes, I do have free gifts to give to everyone. I call them tools for success. It is on my website, and if you go to www.coachmellc.com, you'll be able to go to the freebie tab there. There's lots of tools and resources there for you to get started. And I'm always available for questions and walking alongside of you.
Awesome. And so you do many, many different ways of reaching out. You do lunch and learns, your interactive workshops and webinars. You do group sessions and workshops as well. And do you have any events coming up in the next near future that we can share to the group that if they wish to participate, they can find out more?
Yeah, I've got I got a free webinar that I'm launching, and it's on money wellness, actually, because, that too has to be in alignment with our goals and our values, right? So I've got that coming up. I'm actually going to put it in on my website as well under the freebie tab. So everybody can get that, snatch that up, that free webinar. It's already recorded. So I'll be doing that, and then, with the book release in San Diego next week. And then, there are some more workshops that are coming up. You can always find that out on my Facebook page. I'll post them there. And it's an array of workshops, everything from, discovering how your thoughts and choices will color your life, to building a life of a foundation of your values and how to effectively communicate. And you know what? Reclaim your time and live a more fulfilling life. These are just a couple of examples of workshops that I do that I love. My clients get a lot of lift out of them. And so I'll be launching them there as well.
Oh, that's beautiful. Awesome. So, Tina, I wonder if you could share some examples of people, anecdotal stories of people who have succeeded because of your assistance, who made that transition and really are living their dreams.
Yeah, it's okay. A recent one, for example, I was working with a husband and wife team. They're in corporate America, the husband's in corporate America, and he has a contract. He was on a contract term for a year now, and he's applied at least 20 different times to get onboarded with this company full time. Well, he reached out to me and sought my services, and no kidding, like within 2 weeks, and I only gave him a draft resume. He used the draft resume to apply for a position he's been wanting and has been passed up for, not even had a phone interview, a face-to-face. He used his draft resume. I didn't know he used the draft. He told me later. And he instantly got a phone interview. I prepared him for some mock interviewing. And I tend to be a pretty hard interviewer, so if you can get past me, you can get past anybody. And, of course, giving them some great feedback. But anyway, long story short, within 2 weeks of working with me, he got an interview and landed a permanent position, and now he's full-time.
Awesome, because today's world, it's really about contract work mostly, isn't it? It's really hard to get a full-time.
It is hard to get a full-time role, for sure, and he's forever grateful. Him and his wife are forever grateful, and that's just an example of the journey that we were able to take together, because, there is a process. I have a process that works. You just have to trust it. And this is exactly what this recent client did. So the sky is the limit. I mean, this is why I do what I do. I love serving. I love seeing other people be fulfilled and accomplish their dreams.
Oh, that's a beautiful thing. It's a hand up, not just a hand, it's not a hand out, it's a hand up. And wherever we can share our skills, right?
I always say it's a hand up. Everyone needs a hand up. It's not a handout. It's not, none of that stuff. It is literally a hand up.
Oh, great. That is so good. And Tina, have you by chance been in any other books or have written a book by chance? I'm just throwing that one out there.
No, actually, this was my first one. It was on my vision board and my bucket list, where I wanted to be a published author of an international bestseller. And what better way to dabble into this new field by being a co-author with so many amazing other authors to do that.
Yeah, everybody brings their own special spice to the book, and, and there's so many great inspirational stories and freebies and gifts and ways to work with each of the people, and, it's really, really fun, especially when we can celebrate number one status together.
I know.
We were so lucky, right, to launch on Kindle and be international bestsellers number one bestsellers in 3 countries is a thrill.
Yeah, United States, Canada, and Australia. We're around the world.